Yeah. 4.55 billion. Write it down, don't erase. Canyon Diablo speaking from a scarred, silent place. Born inside a body that a collision tore in half. Now I'm bringing receipts, let the record do the math. Yeah. Yeah. Deep inside the parent, nickel married to the ore. 90% camera sight, I couldn't ask for more. Tan night lace between it, cooling slow across the ages. 2mm bandwidth with men stepping on the pages. Octahedrite structure, IABMG, they call it. Phosphorus and cobalt pressed in while the planet forged and started. Schreiber-sight blade, skeletal, dull diamond saw. Cohenite in the carbide, tempered hard without a flaw. Millions turned to billions while I drifted through the black. No atmosphere to slow me, ain't no orbit pulling back. Then the pool came calling, gravity got greedy. 50 meters wide and hungry, entry burning steady. Falling, 50,000 windows gone, breaking into thousands. Watch the fragments carry on, desert floor is waiting. Arizona sky, northern hemisphere about to hear the mountains cry. Canyon Diablo, chunk of nickel and iron, cratered out a kingdom, left the shattered cone sighing. 50,000 seasons buried under the sand. Now they dig me up and try to understand. Canyon Diablo, ancient traveler in disguise. Read my Whitman Stanton lines, read the truth that's in my heart. I've been cooling since before the mountains had a name. Canyon Diablo, burning, but I'm never quite the same. Impact came in screaming, Canetti turned the heat. 1,200 meters wide, 170 deep. Rim rose up to 45, a crown around the wound. Impactites and shatter cones scattered like a room. Graphite in my body couldn't hold its shape no more. Shock pressure birthed the diamond lungs, the light in the core. Twilight nodule was cracking, sulfur showing off his face. Newman bands remember every second of that place. 30 tons of me went scattered, strewn across the plain. Some of it turned to rust dust, some kept the crystal grain. Etch it with an acid, watch the octahedral bloom. Comma sight and tame night, dancing inside the tomb. Diablo, chunk of nickel and iron, cratered out a kingdom, left a shattered cone sighing. 50,000 seasons buried under the sand. Now they dig me up and try to understand. Canyon Diablo, messenger in disguise. Read my Whitman Stanton lines, read the truth that's in my heart. I've been cooling since before the mountains had a name. Canyon Diablo, burning, but I'm never quite the same. 1891, they pulled me off the crater floor. Named me for the canyon that was standing there before. Geochemists came later, mass spectrometer in hand. Measured leading Troy light, changed the way the world would stand. 4.55 billion, that's the age of the earth itself. Written in my sulfide, sitting quiet on the shelf. Standard reference, isotope, sulfur calls me home. Moissanite inside me, second hardest thing they've known. Yeah, I ain't just a rock that fell, I'm a calendar of stone. Core before the crater came, mass before the myth was known. Every fragment scattered got a story of its own. Some in labs, some in pockets, some still lying alone. Silicon carbide gleaming, first discovered in my frame. Every mineral inside me got a scientific name. I outlasted the asteroid belt that gave me my first breath. Canyon Diablo, the messenger, outrunning even death. 50,000 years of falling, 4 billion more of birth. Canyon Diablo remembers what it costs to reach this earth. Read the pattern, read the bandwidth, read the shatter in the ground. That's the record of a traveler. That's the oldest sound.